Okay, so today is day 4 of the road to Sun Salutations. I am at a different park today, and there's also a field day going on, so definitely will be some children screaming in the background. But starting off with doing my one sun salutation to see how it feels in my body. So just, going through some intrusive thoughts about how I'm feeling prior to getting started. Back's feeling good, but something else that was coming up was the mountain pose, and where do I incorporate that into this sequencing? So right now I'm also then just starting my warm up. Again, shoulders are going to be a important thing that I'd like to work on, and incorporating the wrist stretches that I really need to focus on, especially given my wrist injuries. And the fact that I'm gonna do 108 chaturangas, so like my wrists really need to be able to support my body. And I'm just like discovering as I'm going through this order that shoulder rolls should definitely be used for like arm circles, right? Like you want to get the smallest amount of movement first, while warming up, and then work your way to the larger body mass. Not quite sure. But essentially working from the center of your body out. So starting like with the shoulders, starting then going down to like your arm, then your wrist, then your fingers, right? Like that. I know we learned that tracks, but it's good to remember. Then it's really getting out the rest of the wiggles in the body, doing some twists, and then taking some cat cows. Were going to be pretty important for today's warm up. Just as I know that I'll be doing some chest openings with the up dog and the cobras. But it'll also be good to have that counter feeling going on with the rounded spine. And a little bit of threading the needle, opening up those shoulders. And then just coming to the top of the mat and stretching out my back, opening my chest up a little bit, doing some forward folds. And now that I've kind of finished my warm up, I noticed that I'd like to be standing in the sun a little bit, so just moving over. And something else that I noticed during my practice, but is something that I do outside of yoga anyway, if I'm like meditating, maybe even praying, I notice that I yawn, and it's, for me, it kind of just feels like in my body, I'm just in this total relaxed state and just fully letting go. So that's something I notice my body does. I don't know. Do you do anything when you're like totally relaxed? Alright, so I'm ready to start my sun salutations. And kind of just going through. And honestly, at this point, I am I'm confusing myself a little bit with the inhale and exhales, especially as I'm coming up. And I did do some digging into Sun Salutations, and I definitely see where I am misplacing my cues slash my movements. So more follow up on that later. And also, something that I'm recognizing is how I go down from plank onto the mat needs a lot of work. Definitely something that I need to be more mindful of. And then, especially as I'm building up to more numbers, making sure I've got the proper form. see me from here. I hope you can. Okay, things for today. As I'm doing my cool down in my wrist, breathing and talking. Like I can go through and do an inhale and movement when I'm just thinking in my head, inhale and then do the movement. When I'm saying it out loud, little difficult. So continuing to practice that. I have not looked into the other poses besides easy pose and meditation, so have to do that. I'm going the other way with my foot though. Woo-hoo. Remembered. So like staff pose is probably how I'll stay. Let's see. Breathing. So that I work on that. I think building a good like warm up now. That'll be helpful. And let's see, yeah. Other things that were on my mind. Oh, my form for my plank. So I know I said that'll be something I'll also focus on during this time. And I think that's where I'll start doing more assisted planks, especially as I start like building up to more numbers. Like today I did maybe like 15 sun salutations, and for the most part I did like full body. So doing modified ones as I focus on my form will be the next step. And then mountain pose, figuring out when I want to introduce mountain poses, if at all. Maybe like a mountain pose every 6 so that I can keep count for my practice. And I feel like some sun salutations that I've read over the years have had like hands out into mountain, then hands back to heart, then up, then down. For the closing of one side sun salutation and starting the other. So like you I've seen it where like you are coming up and you take your arms overhead down to heart center, open to mountain pose, then close back at heart center. And essentially that close back to heart center is your start for the next one, in just that particular sequence that I saw. So again, just trying to figure out sun salutations, the sequencing that's best, the one that works for me best, and then which one is going to be the one that I do for my summer solstice. I think that's it for today. I need to keep stretching out, so we're going to do a asana. So this is where you're coming, like you're bringing your feet to the ground, and you're going to lay on your back, and then place your arms flat on the mat, hands palms down. just fudge. I kind of am already. Shouldn't be in the sun much longer. Hope there's still a river in here. I'm just enjoying the sun right now, as I'm meditating out of my practice, but I recognize that, sitting in staff pose sometimes, just is uncomfortable in the back. It'd be great to have some back support, but also this is my own practice, right? And if I was at a yoga class, or watching a sequence online or something, right? They're gonna have you in Shavasana at the end, and that corpse pose is really going to help fully relax, right? And when I'm teaching a class, yes, I'll need to be seated up to hold the space for the energy in that container at that time. But while I'm doing my own practice, I can let go. So that's it for day 3. A lot to reflect on, a lot to still research and get comfortable with, but we're getting better every day. So thanks for watching day 3, and tomorrow we'll be back with more sun salutations, some things that I've been researching, and on the road to 108.